Good afternoon, everybody.
Greetings, dears, all of my esteemed judges, fellow debaters, and distinguished guests, and of course to all of the viewers today. Thank you, everyone, for coming here.
Well, welcome to our first debate forum on September 27, 2024. We are so appreciated to have the opportunities to become the host of today. My name is Hằng Nga, and next to me is...
My name is Đức Toàn, and today we will engage in a critical, intense motion. Should school include sex education into secondary curriculum as a compulsory subject?
This topic is of utmost importance as it influences the decision and the well-being of the youth.
In this forum, we'll have 4 groups, and in the upcoming hours, they will represent 4 different perspectives. Group 1, students. Group 2, parents. Group 3, schools. And Group 5, the government. Our debaters will present thoughtful arguments on both sides and inviting us to delve into the complexities of this issue.
And now, don't need to wait anymore. Let's get started.
Yes, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are the representative of the demographic of students. So our groups consist of Mr. Dat, me, Guong, Mrs. Tao, Miss Tao, Miss Hun, Miss Thanh Linh, and Miss Cheng Ling. And so today we are going to talk about the importance of having sex education in a school curriculum. And so what is sex education? So sex education is the act of educating on sexual relationship and sex on its own. It is to teach about the human anatomy of the human, of genitalia, and how to have a safe relationship. So with more information, I will give the mic to Mr. Dat.
Hello everyone, thank you for Mr. Good for inviting me out. My name is Dat, as you guys already know. I'm going to be presenting the first reason of why sex education is so important to young students. So, in sex education, we have something called puberty and body care. I think that many of secondary students still lack. They are the most energetic, the most active, and has the most potential. However, they still lack this kind of knowledge. So, exactly, what is puberty? Puberty is a natural process during everyone's lives where the body changes physically from a child to an adult. In this process, the body produces certain hormones that trigger the physicality changes of puberty to reach sexual maturity. Let's have been through it, right? So why should students be educated on puberty? It causes major changes in the body, and it is a part of sex education. For instance, for boys, it is the growth of pubic hair, the moist deepens, sperm development is at all-time high, etc. Whereas for girls, they have an increased growth in height, breasts begin to develop, and hips around it. But so what? It is important, but what should they know? Why should they know it? Because it is a crucial process in each of them to become mature in order to conquer their ambitions, to live to their fullest. So, to ensure that this process is in full development, they must learn to know to listen to their body and take care of it. But then, what to do exactly? Well, for this matter, I will invite Ms. Tao for this.
Thank you, Dad. As my friend said, now we'll provide what we should do to keep one's health in check and safe during puberty. First of all, for teenagers who are growing, they should educate themselves on the matter. About first, it's the reproductive health. For girls, it's the menstrual cycle. Understand what to do during periods. Using the pad, menstruation cup, and for boys, it's about erection and nocturnal emission. Understand the because will decrease anxiety and confusion for both gender. Another thing is that everyone should pay attention to their mental health and seek for help if they're experiencing any sign of anxiety and overwhelming stress. For this, I recommend going to the doctor or talk to trusted adults such as parent, teacher, and guardian. A few more things is that they should eat nutritious food, have a balanced diet, ensure their sleep schedule. Recommend about 8 to 10 hours per day as the body are growing rapidly, and participate in sport and outdoor activity more often. This will keep the well in check and help with muscle growth. For the next part, I would like to pass the mic to my friend to explain about the reason for this.
Hello, I'm Han, and now I will share my perspective. Recently, the teenage pregnancy and abortion rate is deeply concerning in Vietnam. In an article of VTC News, according to Maternal and Child Health Department, Ministry of Health, adolescent pregnancy have not decreased in recent years, making up about 2.5 to 3% of the total pregnancies. Moreover, there are additional about 3,000 abortions among adolescents at public health care facilities. This figure could be significantly higher when considering unrecorded cases from private clinics, and as well as many instances remain unnoticed. These problems have profound consequences or even lifelong impacts on mental and physical health. Psychologically, these problems can lead to stress, panic, inferiority complex, or in some extreme cases, teenagers may suffer from depression or suicidal thoughts. Physically, young mothers may face complications during childbirth, weakened immune system, or a potential infertility in the future. From what I know, the root of the problems lies in a lack of comprehensive sex education that many adolescents are not given the guidance from the school, from the adults, so that they can be easily affected by many bad influences from outside or inappropriate content on social media platforms. In the light of the aforementioned issues, I firmly contend that sex education should be a mandatory subject in a secondary curriculum, so that students can be equipped with detailed knowledge and skills on how to respect and protect themselves and others, build and maintain healthy relationships, and resist any temptation. Make a better choice before taking any action. And now let's turn the attention to Lê Linh.
Okay, so hello, my name is Lê Linh, and I'm following the topic of the other portion has just been mentioned. If students lack a comprehensive sex education, they can affected by sexually transmitted disease.
Okay,
Here is the statistics from government online news about the HIV/AIDS cases from several regions in Bến Tre, which is a southern province of Vietnam. The HIV/AIDS cases in Bến Tre, which related to sexual relation, account for 85% of the total case. And besides that, the female case account for 25% and more than 70% is between the age of 15 and 19. Okay, so because of the lack of the knowledge of sex, students can easily catch many sexual diseases, which can have a lifelong impact on the infected individual family unit and also the community that they live in. Sexual transmitted disease, especially HIV/AIDS, is considered one of the most serious contemporary issues affecting the human race today. Being a victim of sexual transmitted disease, students can be seriously damaged on their physical health, mental health, and also reproductive health. Students which have this disease can also face a discrimination from their peers, and they have lead to their decision to drop school at the early age. These causes strongly emphasize the importance of sex education in the curriculums of secondary schools for secondary school students. And I believe that if students are equipped with enough knowledge for sex, they can not only protect themselves from every social issues through other relationships, but also can prevent sex abuse. Heading to the next part, I will give it to Ms. Chicklin.
So heading to the next reason why sex education should be taught at school. So first of all, to be more specific, sex education have children to aware about poverty and know about the risk of giving birth in such young ages, and by that people can know how to create a really safe and friendly environment for children to learn more about their bodies. Can I continue? Okay. So first of all, children and students will learn how to set their own boundaries and protect themselves and their bodies. And besides that, they will learn how to develop. They will learn to develop, empathize, and respectful interaction with their peers. At the same time, this can help to encourage open discussions about topics that often be stigmatized between parents and children or among their friends. So they also help strengthen the community bonds between pupils. And secondly, as my friend said before, during puberty, their students tend to be curious about their bodies and the others. So by fully aware of their changes in their bodies, their mental health, their physical health, students can recognize and seek for help from adults while they notice anything or any issue that related to sexual health or like mental illness. And from that, they can create a really supportive environment. So last but not least, sex education also have lowered the rate of sex assault during the school environment. So by equipping students with knowledge and skill, they can easily recognize the the healthy or unhealthy relationship, and from that they can know how to communicate effectively. And as a result, this approach not only enhances individuals' safety but also contributes to a really informed and respectful community.
And before I end, I would like to say that students are very naive and unaware, and they're also curious, especially about this sensitive subject. And so with everything we have stated, I believe that it is without a doubt sex education held one of the most important positions in the school curriculum, especially for secondary and high school students. And so by the act of removing sex education out of the curriculum, you're not only endangering students, but everyone else and their youth. Thank you very much.